Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today I would like to discuss about delta sharing. Delta sharing is a very good and recent feature from Databricks where we can share some objects like tables, volumes, our complete schema, our notebooks with other Databricks workspace or with the external world as well. Like for suppose if you have anywhere, like for suppose if you want to read this Databricks schema or this Databricks table in on EMR, which is also possible. That is called open sharing, open delta sharing. And if you want to share within Databricks from one Databricks to other Databricks also, we can share as well. That's called Databricks to Databricks sharing. So let's dive deep into delta sharing. So if we go to delta sharing here, we'll have two options: shared by me, shared with me. Under shared with me, you need this access, user provider access to see whatever are being shared with you. And shared by me or what you are sharing, like what are the tables, schemas, volumes, what everything whatever you are sharing will come under shared by me. I mean, shares are what you have shared. Like, for suppose if you have shared a table, that comes under shares. We'll see everything. And for suppose the recipients are the ones to whom you are going to share. They are called recipients. I mean, the target Databricks workspace to whom you are going to share. And you will be, as you are sharing, you will be called as provider. So just to sum up one more time, shares are the objects which you are going to share, like table, schema, notebook, or volume, or anything. And recipients are the ones to whom you are going to share, and they'll be using your objects in their Databricks workspace or in their open sharing. We can even get the metastore by running this particular statement, or else we can even get the metastore when you click on delta sharing. You can, this is this one, the both the values are same here, this one and that one. I mean, metastore in Databricks is a top level container where under metastore we'll have the multiple unity catalogs, and you can tag multiple workspaces to a single metastore as well here. For suppose if you have a dev environment, test environment, prod environment, you can all tag into a single workspace, which is how Databricks also prefers to do. Okay, now let's go and create a share first. Okay, I want to share the data. So I'll name it as people's share. And if I want, I'll just, if I check this box, I can share the whole schema and everything under that will be shared. In case if you want to share only one table, I can just check this box. And if you want to add a notebook, you can add that as well. I don't have much content, so I'm not sharing. And what is the recipient? We don't have the recipient, right? We haven't created the recipient. So before creating the share, you have to first create the recipient. Now if we come here, and what is the shade identifier? This is nothing but the current metastore value. So let's go to another workspace. This is my another workspace. I have created two workspaces, and if I go to delta sharing, I get this particular value, right? So I'll just copy it and paste it here. So I just created recipient. Recipient, as I said, is nothing but the Databricks workspace which we are going to share with. To which, I mean, the Databricks workspace to which we are going to share. That's called recipient. So now we got the we have created one recipient here. So now let's go and select that recipient. See, it got popped up, and we have to select this and share the data. So it's so simple. So we have created a share, we have created a recipient. I mean, if you come under catalog delta sharing, you can find all the information under this share. What is the asset you are sharing? This is, you are sharing the people's table, and you are sharing to this recipient. Now let's come to another workspace here, shared with me. These were old things which I have shared. So now if I come to catalog, okay, if I click on this one add a catalog. Shared catalog. Instead of standard, you have to select a shared here. What is the provider name? You need a provider, right? So let's come here. Let's go to Delta Sharing to this provider, right? So I'll just select this one here. What is the share? We have shared only people share. If you see, the name which we have created is a people share. See, people share. So we got that popped up over there. That's it. So we can create a catalog out of what the other workspace has shared, and we can use that. If you say here, this is a share catalog. PRA YouTube is a schema. Inside that we have shared only people's table. We did not share the whole schema. That's it. We have the data and everything. So this is how we do the delta sharing from UI, from one workspace to another workspace. We can even do this as well from the SQL commands. Let's go and see that. See, we have already the current workspace. Now, the first thing we have done through UI is to create the recipient. So we can do the same as well. Databricks new recipient. We can create a new recipient. This meta store ID is what we get from this workspace. If we go to catalog, as I showed you, this one, this particular value, that's it. And if we create, we have created a recipient. Okay. Now, if you want to describe about recipient, we can describe the recipient. So guys, to create a new recipient, we already have one recipient here, right? So let's go to Catalog Explorer. We have to delete the existing recipient because we can create one recipient only for one workspace. So we already have it. Let's go delete this. And now let's go and create the recipient using UI. See, now the recipient has been created successfully. Now you can describe that recipient as well. New recipient. Let me copy the name of the recipient. Now if you want to drop, you can even drop. I just create this. And we have to first create the share and add whatever you want to that. So I just created this share, new recipient share with the name. Okay, now now let me add people's data. Before I added people's, so let me add people's data. We can even add the full schema as well, guys. It works. So you want to share with history or without history. For suppose if you are the previous versions of everything can also be shared with history. That's it. So we added to that share. Now you see, to add just whole schema, we can run this command. And now what we have done, we have created a share and we have added the object, like we have added one object to that share. Now we need to give select access to that share, right? So we have to do that. So we are just giving the select access to that share, and what is the recipient? This one. That's it. If you want to see what is the grant on that share, you can do that. We have given only select, so you will view the select. See, select access. That's it. So now let's go to another catalog. We have created a recipient, we have created a share, and we have added the objects to that share using the SQL commands. Now we can come here to the now let's go and create a catalog. It's a new catalog. It's a share, and this is the meta store ID for that. And new recipient set. This is what we have created, right? Just now, new recipient set. That's it. If we create, That's it. New catalog schema. That table has been shared here. That's it. So this is how we create using SQL as well. The recipient shades and adding objects to that share and creating catalog in the other workspace and using it. That's it. Now, and also guys, just to remember, we don't need to use delta sharing if the meta store for two of your workspaces is same. I mean, what happens is, like, for suppose take a scenario where you have dev environment, test environment, product. For all these three, they maintain a single meta store, and you don't need to do sharing between those. Okay, when you have a single meta store, only when there is a different meta store, we go with delta sharing.